A police officer smashed in the head with a rock during a routine intercept in Truganina has given evidence supported by his colleagues. Prosecutors are demanding a mandatory 6-month jail term for Ryal Yak, who was drunk when he allegedly hurled the missile. Neri Tai was in court.
Detective Senior Constable Daniel Blake was on his own when he was allegedly attacked with a rock in Truganina, but today he was supported by colleagues. "I felt what I thought was a brick to the front of the head. It was a feeling I never felt before. My whole skull hurt instantly." The police officer, along with Detective Senior Constable Sophie Templeton, pulled over Ryal Yak and his drunk mates in the early hours of May 11. The young men got out of the car before 4 of them fled, while Detective Templeton chased after the driver. Detective Blake was outnumbered and radioed for backup, arresting one of the passengers in the middle of the road. While holding the handcuffed man on the ground, 2 of the men returned, including Yak. The 36-year-old told the courts he was taunted. "What the f*** are you going to do? You've got nothing." Despite repeated police orders to stop and get on the ground, it's alleged Yak didn't comply. "I couldn't see his hands. He kept advancing towards me." Detective Blake was smashed on the head with a rock. "I gave up straight away. I didn't know if I'd be concussed or if there was blood. I really had to take a few seconds to understand what had occurred." Yak has been charged with obstructing a police officer, unlawful assault and intentionally causing injury to an emergency worker on duty. That offence carries a 6-month mandatory jail term. But today the magistrate said he may not be able to impose the jail term because there wasn't evidence of a serious injury. The contested hearing continues tomorrow. Neri Tai, 9 News.
A promising young footballer accused of attacking a police officer with a large rock could escape jail time. A magistrate today indicated he would not impose the mandatory 6-month sentence because the detective's injuries weren't serious.
Strong in number, police arrive at Sunshine Court to support one of their own. At the centre, Detective Senior Constable Danny Blake, who was allegedly attacked with a rock by Ryal Yak. Mr Yak, can you confirm why you allegedly threw the rock? Today, a court heard Blake had pulled over Yak and his drunk mates after they were spotted driving erratically at Truganina. As police spoke with the men, the driver ran off, forcing Blake's partner to give chase. Blake was left outnumbered, with 1 man on the ground and 2 others standing over him. The detective alleges Ryal Yak tried to punch him before producing this rock and striking him in the head. "I felt what I thought was a brick to the front of the head. It was a feeling that I hadn't felt before. It wasn't one part of my head, it was my whole skull that hurt instantly." Ryal Yak is facing at least 6 months behind bars for intentionally causing injury to an emergency services worker. But the magistrate today indicated he could walk free because there was no evidence of a serious injury. Danny Blake told the court he suffered cuts, a large bump to the head and a 3-day headache, but did not take time off work. The matter returns to court tomorrow. Jodie Lee, 7 News.